Mark's journey to the terrifying realm of 7 Beyond. Opening scene, a dimly lit room with a ticking clock and shadows flickering on the walls. The air feels heavy, as if something unseen is watching. Ominous music plays in the background. Mark, narrating in a tense, hushed tone, "They call me Mark, a traveler of time and dimensions. I've walked among the stars, danced through the currents of time, and glimpsed the edges of eternity. But nothing prepared me for what I found in the place they call 7 Beyond." The invitation visuals, a weathered envelope with strange, glowing symbols lying on an old wooden table. Mark, narrating, "It started with a letter, one that seemed to arrive out of nowhere. No postmark, no return address. Just my name, etched in a handwriting I didn't recognize. Inside, a single sentence burned into my mind, "When the clock strikes 7, follow the shadow." Curiosity has always been my greatest strength, and my greatest weakness. So, when the old grandfather clock in my study chimed its 7th stroke, I did as the letter instructed. The shadow stretched unnaturally, twisting and spiraling into a void. I stepped forward and fell into the unknown. Entering 7 Beyond visuals, a swirling, dark vortex opening into a surreal landscape. Jagged black towers rise from a crimson fog, and faint whispers echo through the air. Mark, narrating, voice trembling, I landed in a world that felt alive, pulsing, breathing, and watching. The sky was neither day nor night but a deep, shifting red, like the embers of a dying fire. Shadows moved on their own, whispering my name in a voice that wasn't quite human. Visuals, a shadowy figure flickers in the distance, just out of reach. "Mark, who's there?" I called, but only the whispers answered, growing louder, closer. My instincts told me to run, but there was nowhere to go. The landscape twisted endlessly, as if the ground itself were alive and shifting to trap me. The inhabitants of 7 Beyond. Visuals, grotesque, shadow-like creatures with glowing eyes slithering through the mist, their forms shifting, and unnatural. Mark, whispering, terrified, "They came for me, things that shouldn't exist, that couldn't exist." They had no faces, yet I felt their gaze burning into my soul. One of them spoke, its voice like shards of broken glass scraping against each other, "We have you come, traveler. This is not your realm." I couldn't speak, couldn't move. The air felt like it was crushing me. And then, as if reading my thoughts, it answered, "You seek knowledge, but knowledge demands a price." The price of knowledge visuals, a glowing, ancient book appears in Mark's hands, its pages shifting between images of alternate dimensions and cryptic symbols. Mark, narrating, "They offered me a choice, leave with nothing, or take the book and learn secrets that no mortal should ever know. The catch. The book would bind me to 7 Beyond, marking me forever." Visuals, Mark's trembling hands reaching for the book as the creatures watch silently. Mark, I couldn't resist. The temptation was too great. I opened the book, and the world around me shattered. I saw everything, realities folding into one another, lives unlived, and the truth of my own existence. But then, the visions turned darker. The curse of 7 Beyond visuals, Mark's reflection in the book's pages twists, his face replaced by hollow, glowing eyes. The creatures begin to laugh, a chilling, inhuman sound. Mark, narrating, voice breaking, I realized too late that the book was a trap. Its knowledge was a poison, infecting my mind and soul. The creatures encircled me, their laughter growing louder. You are ours now, Mark. Welcome to eternity. I tried to run, to escape, but every step brought me back to the same place. 7 Beyond is not a world you leave, it's a world that keeps you. Dash the escape. Or so I thought. Visuals. Mark stumbles through the crimson fog, the whispers and laughter fading into silence. He collapses onto the ground, gasping for air. Mark. Somehow, I found myself back in my study, the book gone but its weight still pressing on my chest. The shadow was gone, the clock silent. But I wasn't free. I can feel 7 Beyond watching me, waiting for the day I slip again. Visuals. The shadow of the clock stretches unnaturally across the wall, flickering as if alive. Mark, narrating, voice low and ominous, if you ever receive an invitation to 7 Beyond, burn it? Forget it. Because once you've seen its horrors, it never truly lets you go. Dash conclusion. A warning. Visuals. The camera pans out, revealing Mark's study is subtly shifting, objects moving slightly, shadows flickering in impossible ways. Mark, staring into the camera, voice shaking. This is my warning to you. Some doors should never be opened, and some realms are not meant for us. 7 Beyond is one of them. Pray you never find it, or worse, that it finds you. Closing scene. The screen fades to black as an ominous laugh echoes, followed by the text, "Subscribe for more journeys into the unknown." This story blends mystery, horror, and the cosmic unknown, keeping viewers on the edge of their seats while immersing them in the terrifying world of 7 Beyond.